on the docket. But let's start. Pat's Miami heading down. They got Miami week 1 again. Just give me your overall. What are your expectations going into week 1, Raymond?
Mac Jones. What can Mac Jones do? Can he lead this offense like a rookie quarterback has never done before in New England? Is he going to be the new son of New England? I mean, his jersey sales are second in all of NFL to Josh Allen, who is first. So everyone is believing in this kid.
When's my Wuhan shit coming?
Bill, you got to be patient with the Chinese. They're they're back quarterback.
I don't think you can actually say Chinese anymore, right? I'm pretty sure that's racist. We're going to have to beat that.
I didn't say it. That was Bill. Bill's.
I said Wuhan, motherfucker.
He said Wuhan.
No,
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
What are
I
you
said
talking
Wuhan,
about?
you fuck.
I did. Sorry.
Anyway, that's a lot of beeps.
Anywho's, but yeah. I'm just interested to see what Mac Jones does.
Yeah, what do you think the expectation for the team and Mac Jones is coming into game 1? Let's focus on game 1, Bill. How do you think they're going to handle the rookie here? You think it's going to is it going to be Tom Brady circa 2001, hand the ball off 35 times, throw it 19, run, or are they going to let him air it out a little bit? They're going to Jimmy Garoppolo his ass and let him throw the ball around.
Yeah, I thought the Jimmy Garoppolo, Arizona, his first career start, I kind of see that. You went out and spent money this year, especially the 2 tight ends. Even Nelson Aguilar's got he's your deep threat, and Kendrick Bourne. I mean, you spent on offense. So I mean, I expect him to throw. You saw him run the no huddle in training camp. You saw him throw a lot. Now you got Stevenson banged up, so you're kind of down a running back with him dislocating his thumb. So I mean, at this point, you can throw on Miami. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Brian Jones, and Xavier Howard's obviously one of the best corners in the league, but they have no one that can cover the tight ends. Their safeties are suspect. They cut their number 1 safety, captain of the team. His name just slipped my mind, but you have Jonnu Smith that you could run down the seams. They got no one to stop it. I expect, 20, 25 throws a game. Honestly, I expect probably a 50-50 balance. I mean, again, you have one of the best running games in the league now, especially with a Harris and a healthy running game. So, I mean, a healthy offensive line.
Slow the game down for him. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to try to slow down as best you can, but you got to, you went out and you're a sneaky good defense. I mean, if not top 5 defense in the league right now, I mean, even with Gilmore out, I think. So, I mean, you can slow the game down and then just suffocate Tua.
Yeah.
That's what.
We'll get to the defense in a second. I think that I'm with you, Bill, on Mac Jones things. I think they're going to let him throw it around. I think, play action is going to be big here. If you remember going back to week 1 of last year, Cam Newton and the Patriots ran all over this Miami team. Brian Flores has some inside knowledge, but no one knows anything about Mac Jones. So there is going to be a little bit of a situation where they ain't got tape on him. I think that's made too big of a deal of that in the NFL, but it does play a little bit of a role. I think Bobby McCain was the name you're looking for.
Yeah.
Safety release. And that's it. I mean, they built their offense into a 2 tight end, maybe 3 tight end kind of set with Asiasi. All 3 of them can catch the ball. We haven't seen Hunter Henry in action, but he seems like the perfect guy for Mac Jones. And depending on what they want to do, the drags, out of the backfield, the seam route is, money for the Patriots offense. I expect those guys to have a big day because, like you said, they got nobody who can match up with them. Them and the running backs. Let's see what JJ and James White look like as well in the passing game.
They're saying Ramadan Ding Dong is playing on Sunday.
Ramrod, Team Ramrod. Ramrod. It's Team Ramrod. Come on.
I like that. I like that better.
I'm sticking with Ramadan Ding Dong.
It's
original.
Say Team Ramrod.
I'll call him a
Car Ramrod.
So I expect him to have a good game.
I fucking love that movie.
What would constitute a good game in week 1 for Mac Jones? Give you stats or what it looks like, and how much, if he does have a good game, how much do we owe to the wonderful Sophie Scott, who's been running through the playbook with him? That's Mac Jones' girlfriend, who we have an existing relationship with on the internet. Toot.
Clean turnover sheet, no turnovers, no fumbles, no interceptions. I think that would be a great first start for Mac Jones week 1.
2-3 touchdowns, 250 yards. That's kind of what I'm expecting. I think he's going to throw, and you can throw on Miami. I think that's a good around 65%, 65-70% completion percentage. He did it in the preseason. They put him in situations where Cam couldn't do it. You saw the situations, rumors that he was teaching Cam the playbook. I think this kid coming in out of Alabama knows his shit, and they're gonna release him. They have to at this point. I mean, especially if you're getting down in games. I trust a guy that's never played an NFL game in my entire life to come back in a 2-minute offense that Cam Newton did last year.
Yep. And that's what I'm looking for. Give me the 3rd and 6s. Give me the red zone, good decisions. Give me a 2-minute drill that gets him in the field goal range or a touchdown. It can be 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown. I don't want to go. I would like to see at least him, get one in the end zone there to pop his cherry. But I want to see what it looks like. It's 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, and they're in the run game gets stalled. Can you pick that up? And how easy does it look? Because last year it was nope, done. If they got 1 yard or less on first down, it's like fucking punt it. It's over. It's over. So that's what I'm looking for. Can we get back to the 3rd and 6 automatic? We know you got 2 or 3 options here. Diagnose it, pick the right one, and throw the ball, get the first down type of thing. Execute.
And that's where your tight ends are going to come in. I mean, I expect a lot of Jonnu Smith routes to be what Gronk used to run straight up the seam. You got to kind of move him all around the line. I mean, I think he's probably going to be your biggest third down threat.
I disagree. I think he's going to be more like an Aaron Hernandez, where you can put him out in the slot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. They've been moving it around, but we haven't seen Hunter Henry, right?
No.
He's brilliant.
Him and Mac
we'll
are
see
like
what he's going to do
right now, though. They're riding
Jonnu?
it. No, him and Hunter Henry and Mac Smith. Mac Jones are like fucking tight right now. They're riding the practices together, charity events together, crafts Nantucket party together. Like he's doing everything he can because he hasn't been on the field really to just fucking build that rapport with him. I mean, it's good. It's good to see with a rookie, and everyone's fucking high on him on that offense. I expect that. I expect
if you look at yeah, I mean, well, just on the Hunter Henry, if you look at how he played in San Diego and the type of routes that he run, in that last game where Jones had some good connections with Asiasi, I expect Hunter Henry in that role. I think he can stretch the field. I think that he can find an open zone and sit in the pocket. I think he's a heady player that knows how to get open and catch it when he is. So I think that's more of a Hernandez role than Jonnu Smith, but I could be wrong, right? They might McDaniels has got a fucking hard on the size of fucking Rhode Island with all he can do with these tight ends, especially if Asiasi can play. Forget about it. I mean, a 3-set tight ends that all 3 of them can come out and catch the ball. They love that type of shit over there. And their wide receiver core is pretty thin, let's be honest. So Kendrick Bourne and Aguilar do need to step up and catch the balls. I think Jacoby Myers is going to be huge for them. But, this is a tight end. This is a 2 tight end offense. I
expect both tight ends. I expect combined to have between 150 and 180 yards receiving combined between those 2. I mean, again, your weakness on wide receiver, who is that kid Myers they just picked up from Miami? Did I see that they grabbed him off waivers, who looks like another little slot guy, and Nelson Aguilar still has the dropsies. I mean, I think, Jacoby Myers is your best wide receiver, which is saying something considering this is year number 5 of him, 6 of him playing wide receiver, and so I think that's probably the most important thing is to see the connection between him and Mac, because he's the guy that's getting open. He's the guy that knows the playbook better than anybody on that offense. He's the guy that's getting open. And I mean, he had 67 catches last year for 800 yards, 0 touchdowns, but I expect those numbers to go up this year. And again, it's a young guy that's kind of learning to play the position more and more. Quarterback in high school, learned it in kind of in college. So, I mean, I expect you got to see that. You got to get that going right away.
Also, with the tight ends real quick, may I stop you real quick too?
No, he had 1 touchdown that was only 7 less than Cam Newton throwing the ball. So I just wanted that to be noted.
And he threw 2 touchdowns.
Sorry, right, 6 less than Cam Newton last year. Go ahead, Ray.
Also, didn't Miami release all their good linebackers last year? So who's going to be able to cover these tight ends? So
yeah,
I think it's going to be a field day, like Bill's saying. The tight ends are going to lead the receiving core with yards and touchdowns this on Sunday. So
I expect that all year on it. I expect that all year, especially if you can hopefully get 15, 16 games out of Henry and Smith.
You're going to go against some good defenses that have good linebackers that can match up with them or bring guys in for the nickel, take those tight ends out. So you'll see.
Ideally, you don't. Look at Gronk. I mean, I'm not comparing these guys to the greatest tight end of all time, but the way that they scheme that with Gronk and Hernandez,
you also didn't have
anybody
there
that could cover him. You did.
You also had Tom Brady back there throwing them the ball. You don't have Tom Brady. You have Mac Jones.
And Jonnu Smith's sneaky fast too. Yeah, but Jonnu Smith's sneaky fast.
That's why I'm saying he's like that Hernandez role. He's gonna be able to do the slot, the handoff with the jet sweep and all that kind of shit. So I think
both those guys have proven in their careers they can't be covered by linebackers, especially Jonnu Smith, year number 5, and better seasons every year. Hunter Henry is what he is. I mean, you can't cover him with a linebacker, especially in the red zone.
No.
That's where your
You have to
safety's
drop.
and
You have
quarterback.
to bring. Yeah, you have to bring someone in.
Yeah, so I mean, that's just you're going to thin the defense there. I mean, I expect Miami to play a lot of fucking nickel and dime defenses with against this team. Probably dare him to run. I swear to God,
run. I think Josh, like I said, McDaniels has a rock hard on right now, and he don't right. Obviously, there's not Tom Brady back there, but in a lot of that work, it is the scheme. Not to stroke the egos or the balls of McDaniels and Belichick here, but he does scheme a lot of guys open. It's just a matter of figuring out which one's going to be open on any given play. We saw Cam Newton going to do it. I think Mac Jones can. I think that's why he's the quarterback.